Okay, so I've been looking forward to, well, I haven't seen your face in years. It's been like a couple of years,
Yeah,
has it?
I don't know. Last time I was a treatment at your beautiful place, but I actually can't remember when it was.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been a
Yeah,
while.
it
So
has been a long time.
for everybody watching, this is my beautiful friend Lauren, and we have not seen each other for a very long time.
No,
Um,
we've just been following each other on Instagram and admiring each other from afar.
and like when I thought about like really getting into this, having conversations with people,
Yeah,
I thought I just want to reach out to people that like I've watched them over the years, and you have shifted your entire life from looking like this to
yeah,
completely the other side to look like this. And I just find that like not only gutsy, but
thank you.
also rebellious in this world.
Oh, yeah.
And which inspires the absolute shit out of me. So I want to share people like you with others so that we can see, like there's so many times that I talk to people and they go, yeah, but I'm stuck in this space and I can't get out of it. And I go,
Oh, look, I used to be there. I had the
yeah.
same mindset. Yep,
Mm. So
absolutely.
do you want to just like, I mean, look at your background, like clearly you're an artist.
Hi.
Do you want to share with us just like what you're currently doing and then we'll just dive into
Yep.
wherever it takes us? Yeah.
Okay, cool. So currently, my full-time occupation is I work for myself. I created my business, which has evolved over, you know, putting the toes into the water. When I first had my babies, my first child came along and found myself, I was in full-time work up until that point. I was 25, working 5 days a week, weekends off, full-time primary school teacher. Everything was on a schedule, 9 to 3, school holidays, everything was on you have to eat now, you have to go to the toilet now, literally, like, on that schedule. And then I found myself on maternity leave with 12 months off and like, what the, like, I was like, this is fantastic, fully pregnant, not knowing what's to come. And I was like, I'm going to start a business. Like, this is going to be great. I'm going to have so much time. And, just that delusional first mums, you never know what's coming. So I started sewing. Like a girlfriend of mine came over for, drinks while the husbands went out surfing. So we were like the surfing widows, basically. They would disappear and we were stuck looking after ourselves and the kids and the house. And she's like, we really need to like start sewing. Like, let's do a stitch and bitch. Like, and I was like, a stitch and bitch, that sounds fantastic. Like, I was like, yes. So got myself a secondhand sewing machine and taught myself off YouTube and got some patterns from Spotlight. And it really started that making and creating space. Like I'd been to uni, I'd done art school, but I was a full-time primary school teacher, so I didn't have a lot of time. I had two step kids that I was looking after. Life was full. But I had all this time on my hands because I was pregnant at home and, delusional. So, you know, I just started creating, making my own dresses. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to start making baby clothes. And I think every mum kind of gets into that little nesting mode of doing that. And it kind of was like, well, I'm really going to do it. Like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to call it a name. And I had to come up with something. So at the time, the name that I came up with was Little Pieces of Ginger. Um, which now has evolved, like that was 10 years ago now, my daughter's 10, to pieces of ginger. So I've cut out the little and it's just
Yep.
pieces of ginger. So it's, iconic to the hair color and embracing what God gave me basically, which has always been a bit of a hard thing being a ginger. But I've always been told how lucky I am and I've always been celebrated for it. So I'm going to celebrate that, put it in my business name, and it's just evolved over the years. But I'm literally now in my studio in Murwillumbah, surrounded by my paintings, my creations, my cards, my earrings, my clothes, my antiques, my bits that inspire me, and I teach classes to make my bread and butter. And it's not 9 to 3, it's not 9 to 5. It's literally, I never thought I could do it. I was always told you couldn't do it. And I'm making it work. And honestly, I'm the happiest I've ever been. The
Mm.
anxiety that I used to have isn't there. And I'm, following my passion. And I was always told when I was younger, like, if you work in what you love, you never work a day in your life. That saying. And I'm like, I won't do that. And then people are like, no, you can't do that because you won't have any money. You'll be a starving artist. Like there's still that block that comes up for me. But
Yeah.
I'm just so, with everything that I've been through, I'm like, well, that hasn't killed me yet.
Yeah.
So let's just try it. So,
I like, I mean, I met you when you were in high school, I think. I
yeah,
started doing your hair when
yeah,
you were in high school, and I was one of your greatest fans with the color of your hair. I used to always just be obsessed with it.
yeah,
And watching you, like, it is so true about those things that you were artistic, like from, oh God, from probably when you were born.
it came natural
It was
to me.
just
Like
you.
it was all that I was good at, but I was always told it's not enough. And it
Mm.
wasn't directly told that, it was more implied. Like,
Mm.
yes, you're creative, yes, but you also have to be this. You have to find a job. You have to be a teacher because you can't just be an artist. You've got to, and it's like, I didn't want to. I didn't want to do that, but I ended up doing that to please everyone else. I mean, I'm a natural born teacher. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. I used to line my teddy bears up in my room and I used to, do their spelling and mark the roll when I was a kid. And I'm literally a natural, but I'm not made for the system.
No.
I
No.
rebel against it completely.
And like, I mean, it's paid off now because like there's
Yeah.
surely things that you're using. It's like everything that we do in our
Well,
past lines us up for where we're going once we
the
real.
amount of things that have happened, even just in the last few years, that now make sense. Why was I put into that situation? Why did I have that person come into my life and teach me that lesson? And it's all literally lined up to now,
Mm.
which is still evolving,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
exciting because it's like, oh, I wonder where I'll be in another 5 years or even next year. Like, I have no idea. It's exciting.
Do you get yourself like, I mean, and to say that it's exciting, I think you get to the point where you're no longer looking out for something to derail you. You're actually going, oh, this is a challenge. All right, then what's this gonna? Because obviously this is for a reason. Like
Yeah,
you don't
absolutely.
get
Bring it
so
on.
bent out of shape
Yeah.
when something doesn't go your way.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
yeah.
change for me as a child was really, really difficult. I always rebelled against it and was really like, no. Like even when my mum changed our family couch, got rid of the couch that I'd had in my life for 10 years, I remember I'm like, you're getting rid of it and you're buying an A-Mart couch. I was beside myself for change, like even small changes. And now I'm like, bring it on. Like I
Mm,
change everything constantly because I'm like, I need that refreshing new energy to respark. And it's exciting
mm. And once you
because any
realize you
shitty
can,
situation that's come into my life, I've been able to flip it and go, all right, well, I got through that. What else are you going to bring me? Basically,
well, because I think there has been a few shitty situations.
absolutely.
Um,
It's
you
been
know,
fun. It's been a ride.
like we do get.
Yeah.
But I think, once again, it's a woman actually making decisions for herself and choices for herself.
Mm.
And also now you've got the two girls that
Yeah.
like, like there's so many women that I particularly like come into contact with that just aren't making those choices. They're staying where they are
It's safe.
because it's safe and it's known.
Yeah.
And on the
I
other
was there.
side of it,
I
how
was
can you
100% there.
possibly? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you're open to it, like we could
Yeah.
go there for a second just to because
Absolutely.
it goes to the thing of somebody that was afraid of changing a couch.
Your whole fucking life
Like, fuck now, man. Like,
on its head.
woo.
Literally. Like, yeah. Yeah. Look, I had no choice. And I think when you are given a situation in your marriage, in any situation where you're not given a choice, you literally think, I can't change this. My world's been flipped upside down. You can either, you got two choices, you know, You can pretend it's not happening and just avoid it and keep living the safe life, or you can go, you know what? What do I want? Finally. And that's what I did.
Mm, mm.
What do I
Yep.
want? But
What
it,
do
it
I
took
want?
time. It wasn't like a overnight change. It's taken a good, 5 to 10 years of going through the thick of it
Yeah.
to get
Yeah.
here.
Mm.
Yeah.
And when you look back at all of the things, you met people you never would have met. You
No,
experienced
absolutely.
things you never would have experienced that were actually great in amongst
Absolutely.
all the shit. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Mm.
like people that I'm not even connected with now, but connected with through a short time that came into my life to teach me something
Yeah.
and then have left again.
Mm.
And it's letting go of those as well. Like relationships have been coming and going, and I think that's adult life in particular. Like you have your real close knit family and friends that get you through the hard stuff, but then there are people who come into your life when you're going through the thick of it, and you're like, okay, I'll go on this ride, and then you go, oh, maybe it might be 6 months to a few years later. Oh, that's why they came into my life. I needed to learn that, or I needed to get that experience, and I have been connecting those dots to where I am now and going, I'm really grateful for
Yeah.
that, you
Yeah.
know? Yeah. Even if it was bad,
Yeah.
I'm still grateful for it.
All of it because it
Yeah.
was, everybody comes to us for, in a reason and a season. Like, and I think when
Absolutely.
you get over the fact that not everything's a forever thing,
Yeah.
and you let go of it and you realize, oh, that was a shit situation, but oh, okay,
Absolutely.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you
Let
for
that.
being that person
Yeah.
to bring that to me because that
Yeah.
won't be happening again. Mm.
Exactly.
But I
Yeah.
mean, look where you are now. So, like, when you like going from school teacher,
Yep.
having babies, to
Yep.
now having your own art studio, business,
Yep.
teaching classes,
Yep.
like, what? How? How did you do that? It's amazing.
I don't actually. Do you know what? I haven't, until recently, I haven't given myself the celebration and credit. I think, and I think, you'll probably resonate with this as well, Tracy, because you've come such a long way from when I met you. Is it just happened organically? And then suddenly I'm like, I'm living the life I always wanted, but I'm not actually consciously celebrating that. I'm like, I drive to work and I'm like, holy shit, I'm actually really happy. And I'm driving to my own business where I can paint all day, get
Mm.
people come into my shop and they buy my stuff, they give me instant feedback. It's wonderful. And I'm like, fucking pinch yourself, girl. Like,
Mm.
and I don't do that enough. And I think as women, we don't do that enough because we're so in the grind of like, I'm in the grind of motherhood. I've got a daughter who's 6. I've got a daughter who's 10. We're in the thick of schooling and, sleepovers and birthday parties and social events for them. Like, it's just been full on. And I'm like, hold up a second. It's really important to take that step back and go, hold up. Wow. Go
Wow.
girl. Like,
Yes.
yeah.
High five yourself.
And I don't do that enough. And
Mm.
that gratefulness and that mindfulness is so important for your mental health. Like, I've been at the lowest of lows and now am coming out of that and going, you know what? It's okay to celebrate yourself and toot your own horn for a little bit. And when people come into my shop or people come to classes, it's so reaffirming to me that I'm doing the right thing
Yeah.
constantly, every day.
Mm. Yeah.
And that's what I love. And it fills my cup every day.
Yeah. I love that you're realizing that it's something that I really take stock all the time.
Yeah.
I pinch myself daily
Yeah.
that this
I
is
think you
my
have to.
life, like
I think you got to
because
force yourself to, and it's that practice of doing it too,
yeah,
because we're not. It almost feels selfish sometimes as a mum and as a woman to take that moment to go, fuck yeah, I did this.
yeah,
Like,
check me
yeah,
out.
I'm
I'm
doing
on.
this. Oh, I'm doing this. So,
Mm,
yeah, it's really important to do that for yourself. Like, I even sometimes, like, I put even just putting the things that you've achieved up on a wall and doing the visual, like, because I'm such an artist, a visual.
yeah.
Look what you've done. Look what you've achieved, and it's important to do that.
And like look what you're showing your daughters.
Oh, they already want to be like, mom, they've already opened like, oh, 5 businesses. I'm going to do this, and I love that. It's the enthusiasm that they can do what they want and that it wasn't that I wasn't allowed that as a child, but I was brought up in a very traditional way that the 9 to 5, the regular job, the get a job in the government, teaching,
Yep.
and I understand that coming from where my family came from, but there wasn't the spur to be creative in a kind of spontaneous, more rebellious way.
Yep.
And I'm like, to my girls, I'm like, I don't know what the future holds for you. It's going to change so dramatically. I have no idea what your life's going to be like in 20 years. I
Yeah.
don't know what the world's going to be like in
We have
20
no
years.
idea what next year is going to
But
do.
if I can spur that energy and that creativity to just do whatever they want to follow their passion, then I've done my job as a mum. Like,
Mm,
honestly,
mm.
I think, they've got their heads screwed onto their shoulders. They're really smart. And I just want them to do what they want. I don't care what they do
Yeah.
because I know that they'll be successful at it.
Yeah.
And I have this like this blind faithfulness in myself that no matter what I do, I will always be okay. And I know that that comes from my network and my family.
Yeah.
Like, even though I was not encouraged to follow my passion, I have that full on background of family I can always rely on. And I think that that's what spurred me on,
Yeah.
to be
So
honest.
you still had that support
Yeah,
system in
you
place.
need
So
it. It takes
regardless
a
of,
village,
yeah,
honestly.
and I think that's where we're getting to. I was speaking to a lady yesterday and I said to her, like, gone are the days. I mean, we've grown up in a space where women compete with each other,
Oh,
like to the
celebrate each
point of,
other,
whereas
babes,
now we're
over
here
competing.
going, holy shit, you're amazing.
Yeah,
Like, and just being so inspired and supportive of each other.
yeah,
So that, like, I mean, when women get together and they feel like
yeah.
they've
Watch
got
out,
their
world.
back, like it's unbelievable what
Yeah,
we are capable of. So,
absolutely.
yeah, like every time a woman steps out and follows her passion and
Mm,
it inspires others to do the same,
yeah.
like
Like,
that's
I
what we're
don't
here
think
for.
my girls have in their head that because they're a girl, they can't do something.
No.
Like, I think that's how I've raised them. They are like, well, I can do anything. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter what gender, like they don't see gender, I don't think. And I
Mm,
think when I was a kid, I did.
yeah.
Like, at one stage I wanted to be a cop, but I was like, oh, that's very male. Like,
Yeah.
and it was like, I don't think my kids see that. I think they were
Yeah.
just raised to believe that you can do anything. And I'm trying to live that example as best I can because I had a mum who hated her job. She worked the grind. She did what she had to do to raise us as a single mum of 2 kids. She went to a 9 to 5 and she absolutely hated it. And I lived that experience my entire life. And I thought, why would I want to repeat that?
Mm, mm,
Like, what a hell to live in. And that's what kind of work was to me. So I was like, I don't want to do that. And teaching was great for a while, but I lost the passion.
yeah. Yeah.
So I needed to make a change.
So in your studio, what do you teach? Like, what are your classes? What do you do?
So I do after school art classes twice a week at the moment. And we just have fun. We get messy, basically. And I think it's important for those kids that, because being a teacher for 15 years, they don't get messy at school.
Mm.
Like, mess, noise, creativity is kind of shunned upon. Like, it's English, maths, science. Art is pushed to the side. And I taught kids that have never held a paintbrush. And if their parents weren't creative, understand why. Like, and
Mm.
why would you want to create the mess? And I still have parents that come, oh, don't get the paints out at home because what a mess. But I've always done that. And I'm like, we're going to get messy this afternoon. So basically, it's just mess, creativity. And we do clay, we do painting, it's fun. And the
Yeah,
kids,
cool.
they just shine. And the kids that don't talk, don't stop talking. Like, you see a different side of them. And I think that that's what I can offer the world. And that's great.
That's great.
Yeah.
And
And my girls, they attend every class and
oh,
it's social for them. They make new friends, and I just think I'm offering that to my daughters as well. And it's that bond. I'm like, I can't imagine going to my mum's studio in the afternoon and doing art classes with a group. I'm like, what a great experience that they will have in their childhood memory.
Absolutely. My
Yeah,
God.
it's great. So I do that, and then I do birthday parties for kids. I've got one coming up. I do paint and sip for adults. I do everything. Like I'm a little bit of
Yeah.
an all-rounder.
Yeah. Cool.
It's fun.
I love it. Well, I
Yeah.
tell you what, like it's so great to see you living your passion
Thank
and just
you.
watching, like you have gone through a lot,
Yeah.
but at every stage you knew, like I just watched you go, I know that this is for me. I know that this is happening for me,
Yeah.
even in the guts of it all.
Yeah.
And, to witness you now come out on the other side and seeing your photos of your space with the
Thank you.
cows and like,
Oh,
just go,
my
oh
house.
God,
Beautiful.
it's so
I love
great.
cows.
Me too.
They're like my favorite. They make
Oh,
me laugh and oh God, they're funny.
they're the best. They're
Oh,
such the best creatures.
I know.
So yeah, congratulations on it all. I'm
Thank
really like,
you.
I'm so stoked for you, babe.